So we're finally behind the wheel of the Mahindra XEV 9S. Now we've already done a thorough walk around of the car, and we've talked about the design, the interiors, the practicality, the storage, all of that. And you can check that video, the link is given in the description. What we're doing now is we're driving this and we're going to give you a first-hand experience of what this big new 7-seater feels like. What immediately stands out is this calmness. I mean, the INGLO platform along with the silky smooth electric powertrain, it just gives this big 7-seater unbelievable smoothness and refinement. Now, talking about the battery options, in the XEV 9S you now get 3 battery options as against the XEV 9e and the BE6. So you get the 59 kilowatt hour battery, you also get a 70 kilowatt hour battery, which is new, and of course then you have the 79 kilowatt hour battery, which you also saw in the previous models. Now, power output of course is different for all 3. So it starts off with 228 bhp for the 59 kilowatt hour battery, then the 70 kilowatt hour battery, it makes around 241 bhp, and finally the 79 kilowatt hour battery, you get a whooping 282 bhp. Now, torque stays the same for all 3 options, so you get a very strong 380 newton meters of torque. You also get 4 modes like in the other Mahindra electrics, and we only used race in the barely 2 hours that we drove it. Acceleration is strong, and the XEV 9S can hit 100 kilometers per hour in 7 seconds flat, and it goes on to hit a top speed of 202 kilometers per hour. And with boost mode, the 9S surges forward far quicker than any 7-seater SUV has any right to. Outright performance aside, what really impresses is how eerily silent this thing is as your co-passengers grab what they can when you floor it. No matter what speed, acceleration is immediate and overtaking is an absolute joy. The 9S can hold triple-digit speeds easily, and while at it, the cabin feels just as silent as it would at 70 kilometers an hour. That's really how well contained the NVH levels are. Now let's talk about the ride and handling. Now, when it comes to the suspension setup, you get a I-link suspension in the front and you get a 5-link adaptive damper at the rear. Now, all this comes together to give this car a very good ride quality. Let me elaborate. What really aids the suspension bits is the use of 18-inch wheels and not the 19s that you see in the 9e and the BE6. The 9S has a brilliantly supple ride, and the adaptive dampers work like magic, absorbing everything you throw at it. What is impressive is how quickly the 9S settles after hitting a bump. Damping is excellent, and the 9S absorbs even the worst you throw at it with aplomb. And it's not just the bumps. On the good stuff, the 9S feels planted and as stable as it can get. While we didn't really get a chance to use the handling, we'll get you a proper update once we get the car for longer duration. Another thing that Mahindra has done very well on the XEV 9S is the turning circle. So you get a turning radius of 10 meters, which is just phenomenal for a car of this length. I mean, even in city conditions, this makes it a lot easier to drive. The steering uses a variable gear ratio setup, which makes this massive SUV feel surprisingly light and easy to place. While it does have a little numbness at dead center, overall this is a very nice feeling steering for an EV. So the brand new Mahindra XEV 9S, it's big on power, it's big on technology, and it's even bigger on space. Now, when you talk about the prices start at 19.95 lakhs for the base variant and goes up till 29.45 lakhs for this top of the line pack 3 above variant. Now, at this price, it's easily one of the most value for money 7-seat electric car. and we think it has a lot of elements that come together and make it an ideal family vehicle.